Alright, all, welcome back to the next episode for Expeditions Conquistador. Last time I started off with the starter quest, so to speak, where we go off to the temple ruins just over here next to the town, the ruined temple, and basically just, bum-shackle a bunch of natives there. After that, in our tutorial battle, this time we used barricades. And really at this point we're getting into the part of the game where tutorials are more or less out of the way, most of the talking is done. And now we're just going to get into the real action bits of the game. I figured for this episode I'm going to maybe focus on getting these Cairns out here. And I may go try and fight off some natives as well. We'll see what I do. And it looks like I ran out of moves to open that Cairn, so gonna have to make camping right in the Cairn here. So have you do some preserving, you can do some hunting. Now note that when you basically talk to Umberto after getting the barricades unlocked and all that stuff, you have the ability to do inventions. And something I like to do initially is just have my my guy here, the scholar, be assigned to carts to start getting this up immediately as fast as possible. Once you get this research 8 days in, you'll basically get 1+ movement, so you can move a little bit faster on the world map, which is always nice. And everything else I think I'll leave the way it is for now. Looks like we had a bit of theft of our metal there, which kind of sucks, but oh well. And meager cash from our hunters is not a good thing. Luckily I got to restock my resources here a little bit, so I got a little bit more rations from town. But still, I preferably want to get my hunters actually catching what they need to. Alright, so this is basically just outside of town here on the left of it. As you can see, we got a little bit of mountain and coast over here. Not too much out over here, but you can find a little bit of resources and stuff. And eventually you'll find some natives that you can fight out here. Some roaming natives. So yeah, she's going to do some hunting now. Hopefully that'll help with the hunting here a little bit. A little bit better. 9 meat. Still not enough to feed my entire crew, but oh well. Let's go get this next. I'm going to note, by the way, these blue chests I'm picking up, sometimes they'll have resources in them, like wood or metal and oil or stuff like that. You can use metal and oil basically to construct barricades and such, so essentially these are craftable items, and you use them to make your equipable items, like the barricades here. Alright. So over here is a town. I actually want to go up the mountain here, so we'll do that next. No sign of them yet, those natives. Let's have the doctor do a little bit of herbalism here. Now let's do some camping again. 8 meat, yet again, not enough, but oh well. It says they're returning good spirits, but preferably I want them to hunt more. Okay, let's go up here. Alright, I think at that cairn, that's when we're going to find the native raiders. I can't specifically remember. Oh, there's some gold up there I missed, but oh well. We'll get this one over here. Can I see them on the map? Yes, I can. There they are. So there's the tribal raiders that I'm talking about. These guys are a hostile group that will basically chase around the map. So they'll basically try and make their way over to me in a bit, and then we'll have to fight them. By the way, I should probably know about these skills here. Note that basically all these guys do have different skills besides what I'm already assigned them to. So Sierra down here, for example, she has 6 guarding, 4 patrolling, 2 hunting, and then nothing in herbalism and tinkering. If something else I should know about these guys, by the way, is essentially what I sometimes do is I'll have the doctors do a little bit of tinkering as well. So I might have, like, say, Marisol go here and do a little bit of pickaxe, and then Teresa here can be assigned to axes a little bit. And they can help me just try and get these up a little bit, along with the scholar, for a little bit of research. This will take a little bit away from my hunting, but then again, they aren't really that great hunters. And of course, we're also in difficult terrain here too, so that's helping as well. It's also important to know, if we basically have, like, modifiers that make it, like, say, low for guard or high for his other stuff, I can maybe take a gander, maybe take one of these guys off of hunting, or guarding rather, and do a little hunting instead. So yeah, I'm going to lose 9% to get my hunting up a little bit there. But it's good to get a little bit more food that way. And I mean, I'll lose a little bit, obviously, because I have less guarding, I guess, going on. More chance of losing stuff, but at the same time, I don't have much stuff to lose just yet at the moment. Alright, so there's the natives. As you can see, they're moving along on the map here, so we'll have to fight in a little bit. I'll move toward them and then we'll meet them. And note, they'll basically go to where you're going to meet them too, sometimes. So these are mountain raiders. These are a group of natives that have been following you as you made your way through the mountains. When they finally catch up to you, they don't appear to be Taino. Their faces are decorated with fierce war paint, and their garbs are drab brown rather than Taino green. So these guys are hostile natives. They're not the Taino, who are peaceful on the map. They're actually hostile natives that the Spanish can't really conquer very well here. They show no signs of breaking off the chase, so escaping could be difficult, but if you're quick about it, you may have time to set up some traps or barricades if you have any. So if you want, you can try to escape them, but I recommend just fighting them because they're not that hard. So we'll do that. Our cautious followers don't like that very much, but it's just better to fight these guys right away. Let's bring out both my hunters for this one. And I'll bring out the scout again. I'll bring out this doctor. And we'll bring out Rita and Saria here. So to battle we go. We've got all these natives up here, and they include a trapper, a trapper, a trapper, a warrior, and a warrior. So these guys, they're possibly going to be a nuisance, but they shouldn't be too difficult to kill. I'm going to move my hunters and guys up as fast as possible because they're going to try and take some pot shots at these guys. As you can see, we got a lot of moving room here, so you can use this map quite advantageously to your advantage to kill these guys and pick them off. I like to fight them up here because basically you can get some pot shots really fast. Let's have the scout there, the doctor here, Sarah, you can go there, and Rita, you can go here. Now, if I want to, I can place down barricades, but sadly you can only place them down here, so it's not that great on this map, unless you plan to use them down here. So we'll just basically leave them like that and start off. Now, note that I basically got both a bow range hunter here and a rifle hunter. Note that bow range hunters, they basically have better distance, so they have better accuracy at long range. So one of these guys, basically I get 28% chance to hit that person right there. And then if I use this person here, she'll have a much lower chance of hitting him, so 5%. At long range, bows work really well, though it's really hard to make use of bows, because usually enemies move really fast up to you anyways. But where possible, it is good to use them. Okay, let's try moving you here. And I get a clean shot in this veteran warrior, and we'll try and take him out really fast. So, one shot. Oh, I got a hit on him. Very low chance of doing that, but oh well, I'll take it. Next, I'll move you here. I'm actually going to move the hunters up toward these guys, because I'm basically going to move these guys out to basically flank them over here. Next, I'll have the bow range hunter come in. She's going to go here, much like the rifle guy. Note that basically, as you can see, 65% at the same position, so much better accuracy at long range. But much less damage, of course, as well, because it's a bow. And she can go right there. I'm going to have Saria here move all the way up to here. And she's going to basically use all her movement points and the attack phase to basically do that, so she won't be able to do anything. Rita's ball will move all the way up to here. And I'll have the scout move all the way up to here. And unlike the other two here, she has enough movement points that she can basically move here and still have the ability to get defense on her. So she'll have the passive defense bonus. The doctor, I'll move her up here. And then I'll take a pot shot, but as you can see, she has the worst accuracy of all these guys, so very unlikely I'll hit. 1 in 20 chance of hitting, basically. D20 roll. And not that great. Let's move you up here. I'll note, by the way, I have torches down here. I can use those up, but they're really not very beneficial in this type of battle because it's daytime. At nighttime, no, torches are kind of nice to use, but they're not that great here. So we're going to end our turn and let these guys move. That guy didn't anticipate opening, so I want to watch out for him. Anticipate opening is actually a special buff that those warriors get to use on themselves. And you want to be very careful of it when they basically get close to your troops, because they basically get a guaranteed critical hit when they attack you. And we're getting a little bit of lag, of course, so that's going to have to happen a little bit. Looks like they're just going to move the warrior on top of me there. He did quick shot. Alright, so they move the guys like that, and then their veteran here just sort of sat still because he used his buff. When they basically use their buff there, they basically don't move anymore else. You know, they don't move it anymore after a turn. So you basically take away your turn just to get a guaranteed critical hit the next time you move. So he'll get a guaranteed critical hit when that guy strikes. So I want to kill him real fast. This guy here is going to be a nuisance, so I want to try and take him out. We're going to have the scout move like this, and then we're going to have the sword and shield girl move over here, and we're going to do a flanking strike. And then I can fish from off of Rita, so I'll do that. Now, these guys, they moved up, are like trappers. And then their warrior back here took a shot at me, so he moved back. I'm tempted to move her up to basically, you know, get in range of these guys, but then I'll be in range of him. And the trappers really aren't that much, you know, that dangerous, so I basically want to just let him shoot at me for now. And these guys are just going to go back after the veteran warrior some more. Now, note that I can basically move up a little bit closer now, so I can move up maybe 3 spaces here. Oh, that was a bad spot. So I can move up to here and get a 76% chance to hit him, this guy. Do a little bit more damage. And sadly, she doesn't have a whole lot of move to get back, but she can move here, I guess. And I can move this person all the way up to here, or I can maybe move up to here, get a little bit more accuracy. So now I've got, you know, 4% more accuracy. It's not that much, you know, that great at, you know, close range, the movement, but it's still enough to get a little bit more chance. And chance is, you know, a big thing in this game sometimes of ranged. So take another shot. And, you know, another hit. And let's see, I'm going to move up you to here. This is basically where I want to keep them at bay, these guys over here. So move them like this, so basically they can't get to me. Let's have you move up to here. Let's have you move here. Now if I want to, I can take a shot from here and get a hit. Maybe. But I think maybe we'll try and do the same thing here. We'll move her up. And then, you know, a little bit more accuracy, but at least it's better than like what I had before, so potentially she can maybe hit. Though she didn't. And then you can maybe move here, and you can move there. I move that guy there so maybe you can block the, you know, the ranged attacks from these guys from this little instance right here. Now this guy's gonna move up and try and get a hit on me. I don't know if he's got enough move to get to me because he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If he basically has to move around these guys. If these guys move out of the way, he might be able to get to me, but I'm not sure he has enough move points to get up to and attack me, this warrior. Warriors are fast-moving guys in this, by the way. They're like, they're kind of like your scouts to warriors. They basically are they're the fast-moving enemy units you have to watch out for. Basically, the natives have their own you know, type of silhouette units that flank your type of units. So trappers are like your hunters, warriors are kind of like your scouts. The shamans are like your doctors. Oh, that's bad. That doctor's going to go down, I think. And the warrior just moves around there, I guess. As you can see, the warrior can move around a lot. Oh, she's alive! Hooray! She's not dead yet. But sadly, the doctor's the only one who's taking hits. That's not what I want. Ideally, you don't want your doctor taking hits like that. Alright, let's see here. Now, I think what we want to do here... I'm going to have you sneak up to here. And you're going to get a flanking strike on him. Then I'm going to have you move here. Have the scout take a shot. And move the scout here. And basically that'll prevent these guys from, you know, moving around without, you know, attacks of opportunity from the scout. I think we're actually going to have you do a dagger strike on a trapper here. Poke, dead. So that's out of the way. And let's have maybe you. You're going to move around like so maybe, or you don't have enough movement speed points, I don't think, to do that. Ideally, I want her maybe to move up to here. But that's going to, you know, bring a flanking maneuver on me from this guy, though maybe I'll take it just so I can get a flanking strike on him. Take the bow hit. Blank. But I get a flanking strike now. So that trapper takes a hit there. Now I've got to worry about these guys over here. And I don't think I can take, you know, shots at them because there's, like, you know, so much cover for these guys. So what I'm thinking about doing... I'm going to maybe shoot these guys with these hunters and then move these guys back toward this way, and then they can attack these guys as they come after them. So notice that they're in partial cover, so the accuracy chance is much reduced. So if I move them here, I'll take a better shot. And of course, I can still miss, even with the high chance of hitting. You can move down to here and take a shot. At least the ranger got a hit there with the bow. And I'm just going to move these guys down here, and they'll basically wait for these guys to come after them. And I'll leave these guys as is over here, the doctor, the hunters, or the scout and the soldiers over there, just to keep these guys at bay for now. Okay, his warrior up there is coming back to do a flanking strike, so that's going to hurt. His other warrior is coming back, he's probably going to get a strike too. And there's the critical hit that I was talking about, so there goes my soldier. There's a block from me, but a critical hit from them. My doctor lives still! Hooray! She can heal up the scout maybe a little bit. Alright, these guys are going to have to move up and hopefully take out, you know, the hunter over here maybe. So let's have you move here. And we'll take the shot with the bow hunter first, I guess. Though preferably I want to have, you know, guys not in the way. Maybe I'll do it with the this guy here. So there goes the veteran warrior. He's out of the way. And I'll use you to go after him. Now, I basically don't want to be getting in between these guys here again. Obviously for, you know, reasons, as you've already seen. So what I'm thinking about doing... I'm going to have the scout use sneak. And she's going to come over here, I think. And maybe if I'm lucky, you can kill this trapper. Or do that much damage, that's good enough. And then maybe you can go over here and do a shot on this trapper again. I'm going to have you move up to here. And basically with these two positioned like that, he can't get a flanking strike on the other one again. So I no longer have to worry about that. The doctor can move up to here and get a quick heal on the scout. And my doctor's not going to live the next round, so we're just going to, you know, sacrifice her to keep this guy at bay. So basically, we'll basically switch her to a dagger and just position her here. And this guy won't be able to move out, attack an opportunity from the doctor, or he'll basically go after the doctor who's going to go down anyways due to poison. So we'll end our turn there. That trapper takes a shot. The doctor goes down because I already knew she's going down. Alright, let's see here. Now, notably if I want to, I can make use of the these guys here to like get flanking strikes on guys. So let's see how I want to do this. Let's have you move up to here and take a shot. I'm going to have Rita move around. This will cause a flanking strike on her, but essentially, if I move these guys like this, I'll still get the flanking strike for Rita, and down he goes. And then I'll have the scout move like this. I'll have this hunter move up to here. And basically, she'll take a shot and apparently miss. Yeah, I'm basically going to move her right here, and then we'll have her take her flanking strike. He blocked it, but oh well. These guys are not going to survive the engagement, so that's good enough for me. Scout took another hit, but who cares? We're basically going to finish this off now. Boom. We'll have you do your dagger strike, and we're done. So 2 guys got injured there, sadly, but oh well. The doctor here got a moderate bone fracture. She got moderate lacerations. These injuries, basically different type of injuries have a different chance of, like, worsening, so to speak, during the night. So you want to watch out for what injuries you're sort of going to get. Poison's pretty bad sometimes, but bone fractures and lacerations can also be quite bad too. Trauma's really bad. If you get trauma, you want to watch out for that. Your troops face off against the raiders and prevail. In the heat of battle, there is little time for mercy, and a few surviving enemies are in poor condition at the end of it. A thorough search of the bodies yields modest results, but the servants do return to your caravan with a few valuable trinkets, some rope, and some rations and medicine. So we got a little bit of food, we got a little bit of rations, medicine, stuff. So that's all done. And basically now that my doctor here, like Sanchez and Barrio, they're both like a little bit injured, so I have to watch out for them. But oh well. We've beaten the engagement, so that's done. Now, note that this is a watering hole here, and basically what you can do with them is that you can refill your movement points when you basically interact with them. So, increased movement speed. And while we're out here, there's a point of interest down here I could go to, or this one over here. Now, these are basically, these cairns are part of the mountain, so they're not really of interest to me right yet, but we'll go to the ones I can get to right now. And, while I'm out here, let's just explore down this direction, I think. Because there is something to note sort of at the far edge of the map on the west. And we'll go down to where it gets the stuff down here, too. Now, when you basically have injured people, you have to assign doctors to heal them up. You count as a doctor as well as, like, your other doctors. I'm going to assign myself to basically treat up Sanchez here. And as you can see, this is the total medicine it'll cost from the medicine available. And then I'll have the other doctor treat up the other injured person, Saria. And you should be guarding, so you can do that. And then everyone else is just doing as they do for now. And note that basically we can't work on pickaxes because both the doctors are basically, one's out of commission, the other one's healing up the other doctor. So camp. And we found some medicine on a person, that's great. And basically their conditions improve as you heal them up over a night. It can sometimes take a while to heal up your followers, but they'll heal up eventually if you treat them with medicine properly. Sometimes they'll also heal up when you don't, but don't count on that always happening. Almost never count on it happening, actually. Hey, look at that, there's a wandering pig. Those are great. Wandering pigs are basically food sources that you can interact with to get boost in food. So I want to basically kill that pig when I get down to it. Now these guys are harmless. Note that basically when they're harmless like this, the next night is going to heal them up completely. So camp. And then both of them are going to get heal up. So recover completely from her injuries, each of them. So now they'll be able to interact at night to do stuff for me. And that pig's down, and I get the food. As you can see, we got 20 meat from them, so lots of meat to be found from that. And we'll work our way around here. I'll have you preserving meat. You're going to preserve some meat, so we're going to do a lot of preserving tonight. You can preserve some meat. And you can preserve some meat. Actually, let's have you hunting. You're going to do preserving. And then we'll have Saria down here do a little preserving, I think. Or actually, this is actually a good time to maybe talk to you about extra rations. Basically, when you have like followers that are like getting lower in morale, like as you can see, Mercedes here is down to free, and Isabella is down to free here. Something you can do to try and raise their morale is give them extra food. So I can go to Isabella here and say, let's give you 2 meats. And this has, as you can see, a morale increased probability of like a chance here. So the lower the morale and the more meat you give them, more chance to have a morale increasing over a night. So what I'm thinking about doing is we're going to give Isabella here like an extra meat ration for a night. I'll do the same for Mercedes down here. And then the rest of them are at 5 or 6, so I think that's enough. And then we can spare like Saria down here to do a little bit of preserving for the last piece of meat, so that's out of the way. I'll get this all preserved, and then hopefully those guys will get some increased morale from the extra meat. And sadly, it looks like near that happens. It's a little chance, so it's not like it's going to happen a lot, but sometimes it can happen, and it's nice to have something have that increase in probability of morale, so you don't have to worry about your morale as much in your journey. Alright, let's just look down here quickly before I basically go straight up into a mountain. It's a watering hole down there. I don't think I can reach it though. Can't even reach the herbs over here. And we're going to have you go back to hunting. Or actually, you're going to do your tinkering either. Go do tinkering. I'll have this hunter do hunting. Let's have this guy do hunting and this guy do hunting. I'm going to try and worry a little bit about food here, so I don't want to run out of rations. Running out of rations is bad. You don't want it happening. You don't want your stuff getting stolen either. So I'll have you doing guarding. Meager catch, that kind of sucks, but oh well. Get some herbs from that. Let's go to the watering hole here and pick up a few extra moves, so we can move a little bit more today. I see a pig on the beach and a pig in the brush there, so let's go to this pig down here. And note that these pigs will move, they'll wander off, basically. A little bit. We got that pig out of the way. And then I can beeline for... Wow, there's another pig over there. I'll go to this pig, maybe get the watering hole, and go to that one maybe next. Alright, preserving. We'll have you do preserving. You can do a little bit of preserving. You can preserve. And then you can do preserving. So camp. Got a little bit more valuables, a little bit of meat. Lots of meat this time around. So that's actually good. We got some good meat this time around. Kill that pig. Work my way up to the watering hole. Get refreshed. Work my way over to this pig. Now note, by the way, if you press spacebar, you'll stop moving. And that can be beneficial if you want to maybe, you know, maybe have these guys reposition themselves to pigs, or also just like to stop yourself if you want to maybe save your movement points to change your direction. Which can be good. There's another pig up there. And by the way, there's really no point to saving these like resources on the map. If like you see like metal or herbs or stuff, they'll basically respawn. So you want to basically pick them up when you see them, like pigs and herbs and resources and such. Now I got a lot of stuff to reserve this time around, so we're gonna have to have a lot of people doing preserving today. And I think we're actually going to get, you know, the same thing here where we basically give double rations to Mercedes and to Isabel, and hopefully it'll get, you know, morale increase this time around. So camp. And yet again, no morale increase. Well, you know, it's a low chance. It could be many playthroughs before you see me manage to get a morale increase that way, but you know, it could happen if I'm lucky. It's all math-based, of course, you know. Okay, I don't see any more pigs, so let's just head up this path. Oh, I do see a pig up the path. I'm sort of watching to see how close to the edge of the map I am over here, because essentially there's like, you know, a special event out in the west over here that I want to basically pick up. Okay, a little bit of preserving, but you know, not everyone can preserve that much meat, so you can do preserving. We'll have you do some hunting. I actually want to get these guys doing all allocations, so you can do hunting as well. I'll have you do some pickaxe work. You can work on... You'll work on this. It doesn't really matter if I get, you know, one of them to do this or that in terms of, like, you know, tinkering or preserving at the moment, but I like to have my doctors doing it where possible. So camp. Found some oil, that's nice. We actually unlocked cart 1, so I'll move a little bit faster now on the map. 31 moves as opposed to 30. So that's nice. And by the way, if a pig moves towards you, you'll basically stop abruptly to hit it. Because, you know, it's moving around and you're just trying to get to it. Okay, I'm just going to come over here briefly to just have a look around. And I don't see anything up over here. But I do want to go up this path, I think it is. Essentially, over here is where you're going to find that the dead sergeant. I'll basically spoil that for you, but essentially up in this like general area, you'll find like the lost patrol that was sent out, and you're basically tasked to find. And that's what we're doing right now. Oh, we got some harvest medical growth. So this is great. We can basically harvest medical herbs to hopefully get a boost in the herbs for, you know, herbalizing. I'm going to allocate the meat. We'll give you 2 meat. And I'll give you 2 meat. You can do some preserving. And you know what? I think I'll have both the hunters do preserving, so not going to do any hunting here. And you can just keep working on pickaxes. You can start working on the cart some more. And we'll just continue on from there. So, camp. So we preserve some rations for the meat and oils and herbs and all that. Nice stuff. Okay, it looks like I'm about as far west as you can go over here, which is good. Over here is a Cairns, so we'll maybe get to that and get that out of the way. Now, note, by the way, I'm doing chart the mountain Cairns here, so basically there's like, you know, there's 3 of these Cairn quests you can do. You can do chart the coast, chart the outskirts, or chart the mountains. So I need one more for chart the outskirts, that's back near town. I need to get 8 more for the mountains, and then we have to get 7 more for the coast. And I'll give 10% experience each one I go to, and then you also get a boost that I'll talk about a little bit later when we get to it. You can go up over here. And about time I start getting this herbalism going, so let's have you do a little bit of herbalizing. Hunting, hunting. And then we'll get these guys doing allocate meat. Meager catch, but well. Okay, Isabel is chopping firewood for tonight's campfire when she passed by. She pauses and folds her hands on top of her axe. Buenos tardes, Captain Tan. Buenos tardes, Isabel. How are you settling into your company, or continue what you're doing? Let's just do this. I already feel like one of your troops. Why you decide to join us, or are we living up to your expectations? Smiles and shrugs. I don't know if I was expecting much of anything really. I joined Norega's company so I could make a difference, learn to take care of myself, and I don't know. Following your father's footsteps? My father wasn't a military man. I want to fight the rebels. I don't know if they ever even understand they're tearing apart Hispaniola apart. I thought I could fight the rebels with Noriega, but he's terrified to send his troops out of Santiago anymore. Whereas you want to make peace. That is my great ambition. The Taino see me as Spanish, the Spanish see me as Taino. If they would see each other in the light of friendship rather than mistrust, it would be good for everyone. So basically you can say, so how would you deal with rebels? Who was your mother? You seem to have a good relationship with Umberto, and then that's it for a talk. Let's just say about Umberto here. Umberto is a good man. When he regards you, he sees beyond ancestry and looks only at the contents of the heart. I think he's the only person in Santiago of whom that can be said. So, who was your mother? He smiles wistfully. She was a proud and gracious woman, but she held no special status within her tribe. She lived in a village of the jungle in the eastern part of the island. The tribe cast her out of for falling in love with my father, and she came to live with him in Santo Domingo. The Spanish disease claimed her when she was 9 years old. Or when I was 9 years old. So I'm sorry to hear that. Is it a long time ago? The wound has healed. So how would you deal with the rebels? And I would kill them. Her bluntness takes you slightly aback. I will not enjoy it, but it must be done. The rebels sow dissent among the Taino, who are peaceful people by nature. They exploit the Negro slaves they've brought here, and they kill innocent people and burn down Taino huts and Spanish houses alike. They claim to fight for freedom and justice, but they have their own petty interests at heart. How can you be sure? Their cruelty betrays them all. So thanks for the talk. You should get back to your work. So a little bit about Isabel here. Once you talk to her, she basically gains morale. And that's going to help me out a lot because, she was down at 3, so now she's up to 4. So that's a little bit better. I'm going to keep going over here to the west. And up these paths. I actually passed the cairn over here, so I'll have to get back to that eventually, but we'll keep going up here. And there it is! Hooray! We found dead people!